What's on Your Mind is sponsored by ACMC 339 Dudley Road, New Star Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to another program in the series of What's on Your Mind. The program is produced by Breakthrough TV, and I am Carl. So how are you? Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. As you know, this is a live stream. Yeah, we are directly in the studio doing it live. So if you see, I always give you the warning. If you see a little bit of that and a little bit of that, it's a live stream, and sometimes live stream can actually plays up a little bit because of how the internet are. So what you been up to? What have you been doing? You know what I mean? I hope everything is all right with you. First, let me say a big shout out to all you guys who actually tune into the program. Yeah, I want to say also big thanks to Sister Marcia Anderson from Children of the Sun. She was our guest last week. Let me say a big thanks to you, Sister Marcia. And also let me say big shout out to you, Hector up there in the United States. He says to me, Carl, we love the program basically, and he says, he said my mother, because it was my mother's birthday, the 15th of November, and he said my mother would have been proud of me, you know what I mean, if she was around. And let me say thank you, Hector, for saying that. And you say big shout out to Breakthrough TV as well. Let me say thank you. And don't forget, Hector, your time is coming soon, so get in touch with us and we can hook you up right wherever you are. And don't forget, guys, if you want us to hook you up, get in touch with us, breakthroughtv@gmail.com, and we can hook you up. You don't have to leave your house anymore because we've got the skills and we've got the technology to hook you up wherever you are in the world. Yeah, so we get in there, and we've got it. We did it last week, so, and we've done it before, so, and we do outside broadcasting. So just hook us up right here at breakthroughtv@gmail.com. Anyway, let me say, if it's your birthday, let me say happy birthday to you. Kyra, how you doing? Happy birthday. The Ross family, big shout out to you. I hope you have a good birthday. And you know what I mean? A lot of people call it Earth Strong. I still say birthday. Let me say big shout out to you. Soulful Eye, big shout out to you as well. Also, Kush Goldie, let me say big shout out to you. Let me say thank you for tuning into Breakthrough TV. Let me say big shout out to you. June, how you doing? Tyrone, how you doing? Paula, how you doing? Girline, how you doing? Mabel, how you doing? Michael, how you doing? Claudette, how you doing? Norma, how you doing? All you guys who tune into the program. Let me say, now, I gotta say, like, I came across, you know what I mean, like, a couple of things. And I was looking at a couple of Jamaican words. You know, Jamaican, the culture and the pattern that Jamaicans do with the world is absolutely fantastic. And sometimes I actually see it and he goes, oh, the things like, Wagwan Jamaica. Only out of Jamaica, isn't it? You hear that, Eddie? And that's like a word that actually takes off, you know what I mean? Wagwan Jamaica. Let me say that. Go there. And what you do now? Me a come now. All words that take it off all across the world. So that influence is actually there. It's actually fantastic to actually see that is happening. You know what I mean? I say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. And I say, if it's your birthday, once again, let me say, happy birthday to you and hope all is well with you, know what I mean? And can you believe it? It's actually what we say. It's actually November. Late up in November. My days, the year is going so quickly. Before you know it, it will actually be Christmas. Can you believe it? And what about the football? What the football? My days, the football. What's going on with the football? We got football in the middle of winter. I know the football is in Qatar, and in Qatar it's very hot. You know what I mean? So but in the UK it's autumn. You know what I mean? So it is a strange one for us. And I'm gonna talk about the football later. And also coming up, we got football. I'm gonna look at a few stories that's around the world, and from my perspective, but all true stories. And also look at entertainment, and we got a wonderful artist. We wanna show you this wonderful artist. Her name is Lady Eclipse. So we're gonna show a couple of videos of Lady Eclipse and her new song later on in the program. Also my rant. My rant is about something that's big that's been going on. You know what I mean? So let me say thank you for tuning in. Also want to say a big shout out to you guys on Facebook. Hope all is well with you, and you can tune in on Facebook as well. You know what I mean? And it says, right here at Breakthrough TV. And as I say, thank you for tuning into the program. And I was saying my rant is something very special today, you know what I mean? I must also apologize because we had a guest who was supposed to pop in, but because this is a live stream, sometimes that's the way it goes, you know what I mean? You don't always sort of you know, you sometimes you because it's live, sometimes you have to pull out. So apologize for my guests for not being here this week. My screen is playing up a little bit, please, sir. Let me say thank you. But as I say, sometimes you don't always have the opportunity, or because this is a live stream, sometimes your guest doesn't always sort of is able to sort of pop in. So let me say apologize for that. And we should have had our guests, I say. But as I say, if you want to be a guest on a program, just hook us up right here at Breakthrough TV and you can be a guest. And we got the technology to come right in your house, in your settee, in your kitchen. And if you hide in the wardrobe, we can also do that as well. I must say big thanks as well to my producer, Breakthrough TV. He actually does a very good job. So let me say thank you, sir, for doing what you do. And it's it's not easy me doing this, because there's not a lot of us here, what we're actually doing. So let me say thank you, sir. Big shout out to Breakthrough TV. And as I say, once again, thank you for tuning into the program. So what have you been up to? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? And have you got all your Christmas presents going now? A lot of people, it's Christmas, and a lot of people are going in for the Christmas. I don't know if I'll do Christmas again this year. No, actually, I do like my Christmas quiet, nice, and easy. Because even though I chat a lot, like you see, when I step outside the studio, I'm a quiet person. I go back to what I just like doing. I like to relax and do what I do and do it with joy. And I go back to, like, I step out of it. Yeah, I step out of it. So I like quiet. Yes, I say that. I say that to many people. I like quiet. I don't like the and the what we used to call when I was growing up. Some of my relatives used to call it the halabaloo thing. I bet it's a long time you haven't heard that word, anyhow. The halabaloo thing. I can't deal with the halabaloo thing. As I say, thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough TV. And I must say congratulations to Thelma. Thelma has given birth to her first child. Let me say big shout out to you, Thelma. You know who you are. That's all I'm going to say. And hope all is well with you. And, I know we're going to see you soon. You know what I mean? I don't generally go to baby shower, but I'm looking for an invitation for the christening. Donna, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Colin, hope all is well with you, sir. Take it easy. Rose, how good, big shout out to you. Jade, Michelle, Sean, Colin, Donna, big shout out to you. Hope all is well with you guys, you know what I mean? And look after yourself, you know what I mean? And I say, it's one of those ones. So let me ask you then, who is going to win the World Cup? Yes, who is going to win? I'm going to talk about football, as I say, a little bit later. But who is going to win? And who are you backing? And who's your team? You know what I mean? Who's your team? Who's gonna win it for you? You know what I mean? And some of you guys are gamblers, because I know some of you go in your pocket and bet on the thing. So who are you betting on? The World Cup is a little bit strange for me this year. Maybe because it's the period of time. It is, you know what I mean? But like sometimes when you have a lot of excitement about it, you know what I mean? I'm not too really excited about it this year. I don't know why that is, because maybe because it's happening late in the year. But I gotta say as well, there has been a lot of politics about the Football World Cup. However, I must say, the football has been good. The football has been good, you know what I mean? As I say, let me say thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough TV. And Michelle, big shout out to you. Hope all is well with you, girl. Chelsea, big shout out to you. Let me say thank you for tuning into Breakthrough TV. And all you guys who actually tune into the program, let me say thank you very much. Now, as you know, I look at a few things that is happening around the world from my perspective, but these are things that are actually really happening. So, but I look at it, and being as I'm not a news reader, as you see, I look at it from my perspective and do what I like with it. You know what I mean? The first incident is actually in Indonesia. Indonesia earthquake has left 286 people killed, 100 injured, and as I say, a lot of children was actually involved in that terrible earthquake. Many of them was actually school children. And it's one of those terrible things that we keep seeing happening all the time. And not too long ago, we was actually talking about climate change. I know earthquake has always been on the earth, you know what I mean? But is it getting worse because of climate change as well, you know what I mean? Because basically earthquake creates the world, creates the earth, isn't it? But I sometimes wonder, our earthquake can blow out after the sea and create different islands, as you know. But I sometimes wonder if, because of greenhouse gas effect and climate change, it's making things worse. You know what I mean? So you just never know what is going on with these sort of things. You know what I mean? I'm sure the scientists will also, tell us what it's all about. Yeah. Now, let me move on from my next story. Now, 5 people killed, 18 injured in U.S. nightclub. And this happened earlier in the week. This happened in Colorado Springs. It actually calls a club called the Club Q. And police were called, you know what I mean? And the people at the club actually described it as a shooting of hate, you know what I mean? And once again, we see more massacre in the United States, you know what I mean? And we stay with that because only just before we actually came on here, sometime earlier this morning, there was actually another mass killing. And in the United States, 10 people were killed at the supermarkets. I think this is at a Walmart supermarket. And it is alleged that the owner in Virginia, um, he went crazy. Yes, he went crazy. And but that's what I was saying. He was actually owner, and he opened fires, and you're killing 10 people. You know what I mean? And I says it's all Walmart. You know what I mean? So supermarket. So we hope things get better. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on because we talk about mass shooting. So that is like mass shooting. I'm going to talk about mass shooting later on down the line, in the United States and what is going on. There have been so many mass shooting in America over the years, and we still see them still, can I say that? Them still don't fix up. And I suppose somebody's going to say to me, oh, why don't you come over here and tell us what to do? Because I've seen that kind of reaction before. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, let me move on. Now, the boss of the Housing Association, who owns 185K, has been sacked. And we talk about this last week. The housing manager, who was on £185,000 a year, has been sacked. Gareth, his name is Gareth Southbrick, you know what I mean? And I say he has been sacked. And at one time he was actually thinking of staying on, you know what I mean? But that is not going to happen. The other thing as well, also sources has released that people from Afro background and also what we call ethnic minority, I don't even like using that word, they come under more racist attacks and more racist condition where houses is concerned. You know what I mean? They're sort of, especially from scrupulous landlord. Yeah. So we see that is actually going on as well. So and in that report, with the young Ishak that actually got killed in the mole flat, we see that his parents also said that they felt at the time that his race, you know what I mean, racism was a factor where his condition wasn't dealt with quicker, the apartment wasn't fixed up properly. And they actually did complain to the Housing Association. And the Housing Association, whoever they complained to, actually told them to paint it. Now, if your flat is covered in mold and that sort of thing, you can't just paint it and get rid of it. You know, it has to be done properly. So, as I say, it's just one of those ones. And we say a big condolence to his family, you know what I mean? Because we know that that's been a big news. And it's just one of those ones that keeps happening all the time. Don't forget, please, subscribe to the program. You know, press the button. It's not going to cost you anything. Let me say a big shout out to you also, Conita Taylor. Hope all is well with you. Conita Taylor is actually one of our guests we've actually had on the program. Also, Shazzy D, big shout out to you. She's also been on our program. A lot of people have been on our program, you know, over the last. We haven't gone 2 years yet, but we're heading for 2 years. You know what I mean? We're on week 100 and no, we're on week 82. So you work it out, 52 and 52. Yes, so 52 weeks is a year, and 52 weeks is a year. So we're on week 82. So we're not far from being in a year, but it's still a way to go. Yeah, yes. Now, let me go to Jamaica. Now, Michelle Simpson, Jamaican-born resident in New York, take a trip home to Jamaica. Yes, the land of her birth. And 4 days in the country, she's gone missing. Bridgeport, St. Catherine. The police has actually asking anybody who know where she is to come forward. You know what I mean? They've put an appeal out to find her. And I say, report is that her family actually says she's actually suffering from mental health issues and she is at serious risk. You know, so if you can help with that situation, please get involved with and let the police know, or you know what I mean, all the authorities, and see if we can help to find that wonderful lady. And it's not sort of nice when you sort of leave your United States, you know what I mean, your place of residency, and then you go home, and then your country of birth, and you suddenly disappear. But it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones, and we hope that Michelle Simpson is found very, very soon, and everything will be okay with her. You know what I mean? We really do hope that. Yeah. Wow. Let me move on now. The National Security Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Chang, he says 80 firearms were handed over. And as you know, there was an amnesty. There was a gun amnesty, and he says 80 firearms was handed over to the law enforcement team. This is during the amnesty, as I say, and 2,000 rounds of ammunition was also found, and this was handed in. Now, PM Holness has also said the gun amnesty ended on Friday. The extension had ended on Friday. So that was last week Friday. So that's all is ended. And so hope you guys who are supposed to hand your gun in has actually handed your gun in. You know what I mean? And because we know the situation with guns all over the world. Because I'm going to talk about guns later on. I mean, not just Jamaica, you have guns that doing crazy things. We got it in the big, what I call in the United States with all those massacres. You know what I mean? So it's not just a small island like Jamaica. You see guns affecting. It affects everywhere in the world. Yeah. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Also, my next story is also concerned another missing lady. Now, a 32-year-old Jamaican woman has been reported missing in Trinidad. And it has prompted Trinidad and Tobago Police Authority to issue a statement asking for help to find this wonderful lady. Kamali Lamont lived in Orange Field, Chase Village. And actually, she disappeared the 19th of November, and she hasn't been found since. So they're putting an appeal out to her if we can find that wonderful lady that you see there. You know, so hope all is well with her, and hope she can be found very soon. Now, you know, we've had the conversation about missing person before. You know what I mean? And I don't really like when I hear that people going missing, and because you don't know what people is up to when people go missing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's probably trafficking, what we call human trafficking. You remember getting to the human trafficking last week or some time ago. We talk about the human trafficking. Sometimes it's abuse, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can turn up a whole stone on this, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what is going on with that sort of situation when people actually goes missing. And I say, and I don't want to be, you know what I mean? But it's the reality of life. So we hope somebody found her and she'll be well and everything will turn out to be okay. And still holding on with the Jamaica now. Backside train in Jamaica has derailed actually on Sunday, and this happened at in St. Anne's. And I do actually know exactly where this is because when I was growing up, having come in from like Clarendon, we used to know where St. Anne's, and we used to see all these trucks and lorries coming from the backside plant in St. Anne's before they actually move it to actually Mandeville, you know what I mean, in Manchester. And I'll say the backside train was actually derailed, and two people actually were killed. Two men was actually killed. Sean Powell, also from Clarendon, and Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown is actually from Brownstown. Yeah, and I actually know Brownstown very, very well. I've got a lot of people that I actually know actually lives in Brownstown. So those people were killed, you know what I mean? And we say big condolence to the family of those who are affected, you know what I mean? And, you know, as I said, the old backslide trend. And if you know what backslide is the mineral that comes out of the ground. They mine it from the ground, and it's really red. You know what I mean? They mine it from the ground. Yeah, I say it's red, yes. They mine it from the ground, and then they turn it, and they process it, and it becomes aluminum, which goes out of the country, yeah? And still don't know how much money the Jamaican government has made out of that bauxite all over the years, you know what I mean? Because as I say, it's foreign, possibly foreign owned. I don't know how much the Jamaican government actually owns that, you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. It's one of those ones. And as I say, Backside's been mining in Jamaica for a very, very long time over the years, you know what I mean? So yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, let me look at a hero now. This guy on my screen now is a bit of a hero. And I'll tell you about this guy on my screen now. Now, a man, he actually jumps into Kingston Harbour and he saved a drowning woman, Tyrese Bailey. Hello, Bailey. Tyrese Bailey, actually, he was his birthday. I think this happened Wednesday. It was his birthday, and he was actually he was on his lunch, and he was also going to collect his gifts, a gift. Then suddenly, straight away, he saw this woman in Kingston Harbour, and he actually rushed out, jumped in the water, and saved her, which is absolutely marvelous. And let me give you a big cheer. Gotta give you a big cheer for that, you know what I mean? Which is actually marvelous. Now, the thing about this, what I actually loved, and which is actually great, and it's actually fantastic. Now, we know some people, you know, if it was some other people, that's how the world has become. If it was some other people, they would have been there with them like a phone and them like a recording. Instead of going to save the bloody woman, they would have been doing that. But I gotta say, big shout out to you, Mr. Bailey, Tyrese Bailey, doing wonderful work there. And I hope he has a good birthday after all that. I gotta tell you as well, I actually, when I was growing up as a child, I used to go down to Kingston Harbour with family, with my aunts in the very, very early days. You know what I mean? All my aunts come up when my aunt and me, we go to Kingston. You know what I mean? We always go to end up down Kingston Harbour, and then we used to walk sort of down there, which was actually marvelous. I also went down with my cousin, who's no longer with us. You know what I mean? And it was actually great going down to Harbour. And it's one of the in those days. I mean, I haven't been down there for many years now, and it was one of the wonderful places in the world. You know what I mean? To actually go walk right on the whole harbour and go straight along the side of the harbour there. Great. At one time, I think it was actually possibly one of the biggest harbour in the Caribbean. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, so the football is here. Now, Morgan Freeman, the actor, Morgan Freeman actually delivered a message of union or unity at the opening ceremony of the Football World Cup in Qatar. And, as I say, he did that. The other thing as well, that a lot of people been noticing, so let me see if I can get this right. A lot of people been noticing that Morgan Freeman actually was wearing gloves on his left hand. If you see there, he's actually wearing a gloves on his left hand. And I did some source on it, and I was trying to find out, well, what is going on? Why is people asking why Morgan Freeman is actually wearing gloves on his left hand? Well, the gloves is to help his left hand in blood circulation. I think he had some injuries some many time ago, and it's actually helped his circulation, and it stiffens his arm to help his circulation to get better. It is also allegedly that he actually has fibromyalgia, yeah, according to some source, you know what I mean, which is a very, very sort of serious illness, you know what I mean. So that's why Morgan, according to some source, that he's actually wearing that gloves on his left hand, yeah. But it's good to see Morgan Heritage. Morgan Heritage, I do like Morgan Heritage, you know what I mean. He's one of those actors, anyhow. One of those actors that goes way back. And I think he was in so many films over the years. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he was actually in Roots, you know what I mean. And quite a few. I think he was actually in a film called Seven as well, you know what I mean. He's also played the president, and he also plays God in a comedy film where the character in that film, can't remember the name of the film, but the character actually, it will come to me, where the character, don't forget this is a live stream, so I have to do it as it comes in my head, where the character actually plays, he was actually saving the world, the character actually builds an ark, yeah, and Morgan Heritage actually plays God, and actually Morgan Heritage, the actor, the character that Morgan Heritage plays, he plays God, and actually told him to build the ark, right? Bruce Almighty, I think it was actually called. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, wow. As I was saying, Morgan Heritage was at the World Cup for the football. So, your team now. Who is your team? Yes. Who is your team? Now, I gotta say, Ecuador has actually started the champion very, very well. Now, and Ecuador actually beat Qatar 2-0. Now, the interesting thing about this, the captain, Valencia, he actually had like one of the first, did I say first? He actually had like the first quickest goal in a World Cup. But guess what? Guess what? It was disallowed because he was offside. Now, a lot of people was baffled why it was offside because a lot of people think it was actually in, and I think it was in as well. But when they, when they recorded, I think it was the television that they actually use, you know what I mean, that check it out because they've got all this technology now. When you look at it, and you look at it, and you look at it again, like they do, it was only his knee. His knee was offside over the line. What? So he didn't get it. But he actually scored again, you know what I mean? I say Valencia, the captain, he's a very, very good player. He actually scored again. So, as I say, and the score was actually 2-0, beating Qatar, Ecuador, yeah. So, that's a good one. And a big is upset as well. Still talking football. I'm coming to England next. Don't worry, England, I'm coming to you. A big upset as well is the fact that Saudi Arabia actually beat Argentina. They actually beat Argentina 2-1. And that is also a very, very big upset, you know what I mean? So, and the big boy hasn't played yet. I say Brazil hasn't played yet. They may play today. They may have played today, I don't know. I haven't catch up on it yet. Now, let me move to so that we come to England now. Now, England has what you call a dream start. Yes, of course. England actually beat Iran 6-2. And, you know what I mean? A lot of people was happy with that. Now, Jude Bellingham, yes, opened the scoring, 19-year-old, yes. Then you had Saka, who actually scored as well. Now, I got to say, for this young man, Saka, he did very, very well, considering the abuse he has in the 2020 Euro game. You remember? He suffered a lot of abuse. So it's good to see him back and doing so well again and getting his confidence back of all the abuse that he had online. So it's absolutely marvelous to see he never get it to him because those sort of things can get you. So it never got to him and he comes back and he did great. And he scored the second goal. Now, also Raheem Sterling. Jamaica, Raheem Sterling. I don't know the Jamaican fans was going, why? Because Raheem Sterling was actually born in Jamaica. Yes. And you hear me as going, why? No. So Raheem Sterling was actually born in Jamaica. So that was great for Raheem Sterling as well. And that was just before the interval. Now, after the interval, Saka also come back and he scored another goal. Now, the man who answered all his critics, was Marcus Rashford. Yes. Now, Marcus Rashford came on as a sub. Yes. And what did he do? He had the ball for 45 seconds. 3 touch. 1, 2, 3. 3 is my lucky number, but I still can't win the lottery yet. He touched the ball 3 times. And it was in. Yes. So he's answered all his critics, which is absolutely marvelous. And the final goal is actually done by Jack Greenish. You know what I mean? Jack used to play for Aston Villa many moons ago before he actually moves. You know what I mean? So we see England doing quite well there. You know what I mean? I said they had the dream start. We don't know what will go next, or where they're gonna go next, or what's gonna happen next. You know what I mean? So, but while I'm doing this, I must also tell you I'm not going to tell you each individual team, but so far with football, I'm going to sort of got some information here, like the groups, who's leading different groups. So you got the Netherlands with 3 points in Group A. You got in Group B, England is in Group B with his 3 points, and you got Saudi Arabia, which in Group C with his 3 points. You got also France, which in Group D, they have 3 points, and you got Germany, which in Group E, which is 1 point. And you got Croatia, which is Group F, which is 1 point. Brazil in Group G, and Ghana hasn't played yet. If they're playing now, we're on air, so I haven't picked that up yet, you know what I mean? So, and as I was saying about Marcus Rashford and young Saka, It is good to see that they have come so good as well. You know what I mean? Because when they missed the penalty in the Euro 20, they had a lot of abuse. And those sort of abuse should be stopped. You know what I mean? It should be dealt with. The government should deal with it. You know what I mean? And something. It's no use say we forget now when they're doing well. I dread to think if something strange happen. You know what I mean? All those things gonna happen again. You know what I mean? So that is what I say. We see how much abuse they've had in that particular time. And see, they've come forward, they've come and they've done it. You know what I mean? Great guys, doing very well. Let me say a big shout out to you. And that is the fight back. You know what I mean? That is the fight back what we like, and that is the fight back what you see. Those guys never let the friggin' racist, I gotta say, they never let the friggin' racist people, I can't help that, get to them or do anything to them. Yeah. Yeah. Marvelous. Big shout. Come on, England. Let's see where you go next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, so let me move on now. Move on to what I call entertainment. Yes. Now, Savannah. Now, Savannah, I do like Savannah because she did a song called Mango. And when I see that song called Mango, I like Mango. Now, Savannah, Anna Blake, her real name, she says she feels actually bittersweet, according to some reports. And it's because of the sentencing she got for death of a dangerous driving. And her fine was $300,000 or 2 years in prison. And I think she's probably going to take the $300,000. Yes. Well, which one you would do? And she said she feel bittersweet, you know what I mean? The other thing about, as much as I like Savannah, the other thing about Savannah says, according to some reports, she says she's taking time off for healing. Very interesting point. Now, you know me. You've seen me chat before. What about the family? You know what I mean? What about this family having healing? Yeah. So that is where that sits with me. And I say, as much as I love Savannah, beautiful lady, fantastic lady, you know what I mean? But it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? And yeah, I gotta say, I gotta bear in mind what actually happened to the family in the dangerous driving situation. Yeah. Okay. Now, still sticking with entertainment. Now, yeah. Shensia. Gotta get it right. I always get Consensia name trying to confuse me. Shensia. Yes, that's it. I got it right the first time. Now she's bought a brand new car. 250,000 Lamborghini. Marvelous. And this singer was showing it off, you know what I mean? And all her, whatever, her 6 million followers. Yeah, she has got 6 million followers, you know what I mean? And she tweeted and all the rest of it. And her followers, and this actually happened on Friday. And they call it the lavish whip. The lavish whip. She's got her lavish whip, which is actually marvelous. Not bad. Not bad, you say, which is absolutely fantastic for a lady who's only 26 years old. Isn't that great? Fantastic. I don't know if we got a clip of Savannah there coming up, you know what I mean? I mean, Shensia, you know what I mean? Which is actually marvelous. Not a bad for a 26-year-old lady who's actually great, yeah? Fantastic. It's fantastic. Now, so, let me move on. Let me go to what I call one of the giants of Afrobeats, also the giant of African music. Nigerian giant, I call him. The Burna Boy. The Burna Boy is to play Jamaica in December, according to his agency. And he plays, according to his agency, which is, we get this information on Thursday. He is on a world tour. And he'll be performing in the National Stadium, Kingston, Jamaica. Fantastic. Now that reminds me to tell you a story now about Kingston, Jamaica and the National Stadium. Now, the first time I actually see people, I mean, we did it at school, because when you grow up in Jamaica, you always train at school, you know, you train like in Olympics and all that sort of, so you do all sports in Jamaica. And then you like, what you had then in them days when I was growing up. What you had like you've had like the school championship. I don't know if they still do this. You have like the school championship, and then the school championship. Then you're in the school championship, and then you compete against all the different schools, and then you go to the school who wins out of that group. They actually goes to the national stadium. And then from the national stadium, you see how really good you are. And if you're really, really good, they'll probably pick you for getting into a higher level. And if you're really, really good in the higher level, they'll pick you and you can probably go into like what you call the Pan American Games. And then I suppose you're on your way to be in the Olympics. That's how it was in my days, or in the Commonwealth Games. So the Commonwealth Games, then the Olympics. That's how it was in my days. But I got to tell you why I mentioned this, like the fact that the national stadium now, and this is when you go to the national stadium, and this is the first time I went from school or college where I was. When you go to the national stadium, you can't believe this is the first time I've experienced this. You can't believe how fast the runners are. In the 100 meters runners. I mean, it's nothing now, but in them days when you're growing up as a young man or a young child or a young teenager, you can't believe how fast they are, how fast they're running in the stadium. But not my very first experience. I wasn't running. Let me just get it right. I wasn't running. We went there at school to support our old schoolmate who had got to that level. And when you're running, you can't believe, as I say, how fast the 100 meters are. I mean, as I say, you take no notice of it now, but you see, my days, how can they run so fast? So when you see Usain Bolt running, if you see Usain Bolt running for real life, you can't believe how fast they're actually running. You know what I mean? Which is actually marvelous. So as I said, Burna Boy comes to the national stadium, and let's see what we got here going on with Burna Boy. And you know, Burna Boy was actually going with Stefflon Don, and I think they've actually finished. And I think that the song actually Stefflon Don actually calls him out and says about the song I call Lost Lost. I think he actually literally say he's lying, so she actually calls him out on that one. You know what I mean? So it is a good thing to, you know what I mean, where she is. And I said their relationship, I think they was together for quite some time. I think it's been probably just over a year now since they've actually finished, you know what I mean? And it's one of those ones, you know what I mean? And I said Stefflon Don, if you don't know Stefflon Don across the world, we know Stefflon Don here very, very well. But if you know Stefflon Don is actually from Jamaican descendants, but she was actually born in Birmingham. And she's probably one of the biggest stars that actually coming out of Birmingham, yeah? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, my next story is like an artist who's actually born in Jamaica, but she's actually a UK artist. And the name, wow, absolutely fantastic artist she is, you know what I mean? And she's done quite a few things, you know what I mean? She was in the Simedam Festival last year, you know what I mean? And we actually interviewed her, and her name is Lady Eclipse, you know what I mean? And she's a wonderful artist, and she got a couple of new tunes out, you know what I mean? And we're gonna sort of watch a couple of these track that she actually got, you know what I mean? She got a couple of tracks, you know what I mean? She got a track called Experience Pain, you know what I mean? And Born in a This Time, yes, and also Ride. So we're gonna have a look at the interview that we actually did with her at the Simedam Festival in Hansworth Park. This was in the summer, and there was a lot of artists that was actually there, including Third World. We actually interviewed Third World. So let me see if I can hear what she's actually saying here. Yeah, Lady Eclipse. And I say Lady Eclipse is actually a very, very fantastic artist. And don't forget, you can check out her music on all different platforms. And she also got a YouTube channel where you can actually subscribe to her channel. And I must tell you, she's not just a DJ. She's also a university graduate. Yes, so you can check her out, and as I say, you can check her out. She's very, very, actually very, very talented lady. You know what I mean? And she's a university graduate in journalism. Yeah, so you can check her. And if you want to give her a job, you can do that also. You know what I mean? Big shout out to your Lady Eclipse. You know what I mean? And it's a wonderful lady. I would say we've had quite we've talked in the past. You know what I mean? And we've had we've had quite a few different interviews.
When we step out, we clean. You understand?
What does clean mean?
Clean. The tune is about it. Like let me just give it road we set. Clean. Now go play. Clean.
Yeah, give me a bit more vibes.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a bit
From
more
the
vibes.
back stem string up on the scene, me and my friend Pristine. We willing and billing with life, we no partial. We style it a kick like the Marshall. Art, pull it stock like an Arsenal. We boot till stand up and the shot them shot. All the man we approach for the gram make me see how you turn. It's a dancehall walk. We no support the eagle talk. Road we burn up, it's a tribal heart. Yeah, clean. We just step out dirty.
Yeah.
Just clean.
I totally agree with you.
And that clean went number 6 on the reggae iTunes chart.
Marvelous.
Yeah. Tune that what really got the vibes going, born in this. I originally done it with Young Saber, but today I done it with Juggernaut. That went number 10. And it got a good vibe, good crowd, and you know what I mean? Bless up to Gap Entertainment, bless up to Simmer Down.
Marvelous.
Yeah, man.
Lady,
Yeah?
thank you.
Blessings.
You've been marvelous.
Yeah, man.
Blessings.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye.
We love it clean.
Clean.
Lady Eclipse there. Oh, with a fantastic track, clean. And I think she got a track called Born Into This. You know what I mean? Born Into This. She also got a track called Rise. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? And a wonderful artist. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say we check out their website and that sort of thing. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hear what the man say? We do this for the hustle and a struggle with the pain. Come music, now no limits, now no judgment, now no shame. Badland, me stay around Clarendon, girl. Straight fatness, straight hotness. Walk past it, cemetery, straight badness. Rise, cause a life, gala live and a build, gala. Rise, them cool, licky, and a try stifle the.
Yeah, the Lady Eclipse here with Born Into This and Rise, you know what I mean? I think the first one was actually Experience Pain, which is absolutely marvelous. So this Lady Eclipse is actually a wonderful artist. And I think some of those tracks are also gospel, believe it or not. You can check out her webpage and her YouTube channel, you know what I mean? And they say absolutely marvelous. And we wish her all the best right here at Breakthrough TV, yeah. So yeah, that's it. So let me say a big shout out to you, Chris. Hope all is well with you. Tyrone, big shout out to you. And I said you can check out Lady Eclipse music. And I said she got her own YouTube channel, and you can actually check her out also on Insta. You know what I mean? And check her out and support the lady. You know what I mean? I said she was probably born in Jamaica, and she's now in the UK doing her thing like you do and like you have to. You know what I mean? That's when it comes to the situation, you have to do that. And I say you can also subscribe to her YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And it's one of those ones. You know what I mean? And we always try to support any artist that we actually comes across on our channel. You know what I mean? And we're happy to support any artist who actually comes on our channel. Right? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Yeah. Now. Let me move in. Now move on to what I call my rant. Now, my days. Did I say my days? Now my rant concern mass shooting in the United States. Now, we see one about Sunday, and today we see another one. Yes. Gunman killed 10 people in Virginia. Yes. Say we had also that was another one we had where a supermarket manager, the owner of the supermarkets, went off and he killed a lot of people. Now, in the United States, 10,000 people have been killed in gun violence in 2022. Data from the police archives has actually shown 604 mass shooting in the United States. It happens in parks. It happens in clubs. It happens in hotel. In fact, you could say it happens in recreation area. You could say it happens in a lot of places. Yes. Now, is it time for the United States do a proper control and gun, which is actually going on, or gun legislation? Yes. Now, a lot of these guys who actually walk around with these guns as well and shooting people, they are young people. Lots of them are young people, according to data. And so we see this as well. And also, a report actually says some of these artists also, not artists, some of these guys, can't call them artists, that's the wrong word to use, my apologies. Don't know how dare that came into my mouth. Some of these people actually say, some of these people are suffering from mental health. They also have serious health issues, and some of them has been using substance abuse, what you call substance abuse. And I say a lot of these are very, very young people who are actually committing such crimes, and they call mass shooting. And I know a lot of people in America has actually been piling on the pressure for some change. Why you allowing your country to be killing so many people? I know the gun lobby over in America is like, I'm gonna say, oh, what am I talking about? Him don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about people's lives. Our human being lives. Our human being being killed in mass shooting. So that is where I'm going with that. You know what I mean? So I think it's time the United States sort of fix it up. And there must be thousands of family who's actually, you know what I mean, is affected and actually disgusted with this and would like to see some form of change, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of people who would like to see some form of change, you know what I mean? And the young man in the shooting earlier on this week, now it is alleged that he actually literally had a bomb to blow up his mother's house. Yeah? He had a bomb to blow up his mother's house. And he was, according to some sources, like, he wasn't arrested. You know, nothing did happen. He also had a body armor on. So he was also prepared to go and do what he has to do. You know what I mean? So, as I say, it is just one of those ones that is actually happening. Murders Jones record shows 1967 to June 2019, 133 mass shooting in the United States. You know what I mean? Also, the Associated Press has records of a lot of people from 2006, you know what I mean, at different times, 59 mass shootings. So there's a whole lot of different mass shooting over the United States. And it's, as I say, it's time that what is causing these people to do this thing? I know sometimes also it's hate crime, because some mass shooting will actually target you because of your race. And it doesn't matter which race you are. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily African American always get killed, but they do. You know what I mean? Not necessarily African American always get killed because of their race, but it actually happens. So it seems like no matter what race you are in America, when there's a mass shooting, you're probably gonna get it anyway. Yes, which is absolutely ridiculous and absolutely stupid. You know what I mean? So it's time the gun lobby and the whole political system in America come together and actually see if they can actually fix this, you know what I mean, and stop all this mass shooting. I mean, we say America is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean. Mass killing is absolutely ridiculous, you know what I mean, and it shouldn't be in a state now, because we're not saying, well, we're not in the cowboys, you know what I mean, period of time that we, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I know some singers have actually, you know, some singers actually say that we're not in what we call the cowboy period, when there was used to be cowboy period. I mean, and so I do hope that, you know what I mean, that figure for a change. And I guess it doesn't really, it will come home to you. I guess it doesn't really come home to you as well until it hits somebody in your family. Yes. We see so many presidents over the years has stand up and say, we condone this. We don't like this. Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, Obama, condemn it. You know what I mean? Obama, they all condemn it. You know what I mean? Joe Biden, now president, condemn it. You know what I mean? I don't know what the other president before him did. But it's not funny, but he's a different case. You know what I mean? But we know it's been condemned over the years by so many presidents. Now, these presidents who's condemned it, they actually need to come together and get a team going to see if, you know what I mean, they can work something out to stop what we call, this is mass murder. Yeah, this is mass murder, you know what I mean? So it's just, it beggars believe why a country that is supposed to be so civilized allow people to run around with guns, you know what I mean, and killing like innocent people in a particular time like now. Yeah. So there you have it. Yeah. I hope things change. I really do. I really do hope things change. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, my next little story is like concerning, wow, Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk has bought Twitter. He bought it for a lot of money. In fact, I didn't realize how rich this man was. He's actually bought it for 44 billion. Is that a lot of money, 44 billion? I only need like 500,000 and I'm happy. I don't need 44 billion. See, I'm not a greedy person. You know what I mean? No. And when it's done that, he's reinstated Donald Trump back onto Twitter, you know, because, you know, Donald Trump was banned from Twitter. So he's actually reinstated Donald Trump. He's also reinstated Kanye West. Now, I'm going to let you pick this. Who would you choose? Would you choose? I can't call him Kanye West anymore. I got to call him Ye. Ye. So, would you choose Ye to put back on Twitter, or would you put Donald Trump back on Twitter? But I say Elon Musk is like probably one of the richest men in the United States, so he can do this. He looks a very, very young man as well. You know what I mean? So, and I think he also did he had a rocket that actually went to the moon or something like that. I think he actually had a rocket that went into space as well, didn't he? So as you said, money is money. He can do anything with money. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. But I say, which one would you put back on Twitter? Would you put Ye? Because Ye is in a situation that is what you call Ye. You know. And then Donald Trump is like, you know what I mean? He's another one of those guys. Donald Trump, as you know, he's trying to be president again. Don't know if he'll actually get that. But as I say, a lot of people is a bit frightened as well. A lot of people is a little bit skeptical and a little bit frightened of that also if Donald Trump becomes president again. And I say, Elon Musk is probably one of the richest men in the world. Yeah. I hope he can send us some money to sort of help us with our program here. I say, he's not one of the richest men in the world. I should get it right. He is the richest man in the world. I don't know what exactly is his business. You know what I mean? And I say, I mentioned that 44 billion. Now, you know what 44 billion is, right? 44 billion. Guess what they said? You know, you think about it. 44 billion. You know what that money was spent on? Yeah. A website. Yes. 44 billion. A website. Now you see how important websites are. You know what I mean? A lot of people talk about website this and website that and website this. You see how important websites are. You know what I mean? 44 billion. And that sort of thing, you know what I mean? I think he actually developed Telsa car, and he's into space as well, you know what I mean? And that sort of thing, you know what I mean? Develops things in space that actually goes into space as well, you know what I mean? So I think that's his business, you know what I mean? It is one of those ones. But as I say, He's the richest man in the world. And we'll see how he actually gets on, over the years. Or if anybody will actually get any richer than him, you know what I mean? I think he was I think he actually talked to Kanye West earlier times, in earlier days, I don't know what the situation where is he talking to Kanye West or what, or have they fallen, or they have a fallen out or whatever, you know what I mean? And I know they actually allegedly used to speak at one time, but as I say, I don't know what the situation is with that sort of situation. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the program. Yeah. Now, how lucky are you? How lucky do you really think you are in life? Some people are very, very lucky. Some people have a lot of money. Some people don't have any. But money is everything. What is everything is life. Life is everything. Of course, I love, but it's a luxury thing. Now we say money is, because you say if you got life, you say you can do anything. Common sense. I only deal most of the time with common sense. So if you got life, you can do anything. And if you are lucky to have a good life, or what we call a long life, it is even better with the help of a lot of people would say the master. Yes, so it is good. Now, how lucky do you really think you are? I'm going to see if I can find a couple of clips to see how lucky some of us can be, or how lucky some of these people actually can be. You know what I mean? Don't forget, as I say, to like, share, and subscribe to the program. I want to say a big shout out to Yvonne. Let me say a big shout out to yourself. The Richards family, big shout out to you. Let me say thank you for tuning in to the program. I hope all is well with you and your family. Also, Errol, my very good friend. And don't forget as well, while I'm doing this, while I mention Errol, don't forget to check out our EP. We did an EP a couple of years ago. And one of the big tunes on that EP is called You Left Me for Paris. Yes, and it's by Carl and Errol. We also have a track which is actually dedicated to Mandela. The track is called Mandela. You know what I mean? It's on an LP, an EP. We also did an extra called Set Your Spirit Free. Yes, by Carl and Errol. Also another track we've done on YouTube. It's called I Shall Rise. Yes, I Shall Rise with the Sun in My Face, which is what is actually called I Shall Rise. So you can check all those tunes out. As I say, if you go to YouTube and type in Carl and Errol, you'll find us there. You know what I mean? And Errol is my very, very good friend who I've worked with as a musician or a music producer over the years. You know what I mean? So you can actually check those out. But the one that everybody likes is that You Left Me for Paris, which is what it says about it. A lot of people ask me when we actually wrote that tune, what was that tune about, or who was it about? It wasn't about anyone. You know what I mean? I'm putting this straight on record, say copyright issues, but I can do this. So if I see you take my tune and do something with it, I know, because it's our tune. It's Carl and Errol tune. So this is why I'm putting this on here. This is what you call copyright. So what we did about this tune, I always wanted to write a song about something. And then I wrote a lot of songs over the years, but I always want to write a song about a country or a place. And then I was actually thinking once, what can I write about? Now, I thought about Hansworth. Hansworth was a place that I actually lived when I first came to the UK. You know what I mean? And I thought about Hansworth. But then I thought, oh, a band from Birmingham called Steel Pulse actually did what we call Hansworth Revolution. So I didn't bother with the Hansworth, with the track about Hansworth. Then I thought about New York. Then New York, I remember Alicia Keys did a track called New York, New York. So New York was out, yes. Then I thought about Chicago. There was a track about Chicago already. So, and I was looking at, I started looking around at Africa. And I thought, great, let me write a song about Africa. Then, hence the track about Nelson Mandela came up. Yes, because Nelson Mandela, called Mandela is from Africa. So that would inspire me to write the song about Mandela being in prison, and what is Mandela being true, you know what I mean? So we wrote that song about Mandela. Then I was actually thinking now, right, think again, and I combined it with my very good friend Errol Taylor. And then I started thinking, oh, right, and Paris jumps into my head. So the track is called Paris. And then I wanted to write a song about a relationship that's that you wasn't actually fighting with, or you don't become enemies. You know what I mean? And it's a song about she's going away. You know what I mean? But all the things that I've been through, let me put myself in this situation now. All the things that I've been through, and then she's going away, even though she's, you know what I mean, she's gone to sort her own self out and find her own dreams. So that was what the song was all about. And then the song don't have any animosity to say, my friends, take good care of yourself. One day I'll hope to see you again. We had so much fun. Hope to see you again. Right? So that was the twist in the song. I say, we are still friends after you've left me for Paris. So that was the good thing about that track, you know what I mean? A lot of people still loving that track. I know you can actually there's two of those tracks up on YouTube. You can actually see there's one in the video where I'm actually playing some instruments, and Errol used to be me. There's like a live recording, and there's also another one where the song is just there on its own and it's just been playing. So you can actually check out that time. The track is called "You Left Me for Paris" by Carl and Errol. So check those tracks out for us and support the thing. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I want to say big shout out also to my very, very good friend. I also say big shout out to you, Big Ship Alliance. We're coming to you very, very soon, sir. Don't worry about it. Also want to say big shout out to Mikey Tuff, the Friendly Fire Band. Big shout out to you guys. And I know both of you guys, the different groups are here in hand in Birmingham very, very soon. You know what I mean? Here and On is a great musical place, and we was actually there a couple of weeks ago. So check those gigs out. I think one comes up one comes up in November, and I think another one actually comes up in December. So check those gigs out, and you can see. I'll say once again, big shout out to the Friendly Fire Band and also Big Ship Alliance. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, I was actually asking how lucky you think you are, and I was trying to see if we can find clips if we could see how lucky you really are. Let me put the headphone and see how lucky these people are. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is a guy who's actually, look at that. You see how close the track is? Look how close the track actually went to him, you know what I mean? And this is also somebody actually, the lorry's going to back up into the track. Wow. Luckiest people in the world. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I'm not laughing at that. Do you see how dangerous that is? You know, that is what you call another lucky person, you know what I mean, with that truck. And you know what I mean, it's great to be, look at that. Look at that. My days, my days. Now this is about a train, you know what I mean? Whoa, 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 whoa. You know, look how close he is to the train line there. You know what I mean? The train's coming. I'd say these are some of the luckiest people in the world. You know what I mean? And it's crazy when you look at this with the train. Look at this with the train. Whoops, whoops. That's why you should always wait at the junction before. Now this lady with the tree is gonna fall in her head. Look at this. She just missed it. She's sitting by the pool. Look at the tree. That's what you need anyway. When you're sitting by your beach or by your pool. I know it's funny, but because these. Oh, what about that one? It's another three again. Look at that. Whoa. Just about escaped that. You know, that looks like a very, very big tree. It looks like some tree. I don't think it's what we call a conifer tree, but it looks like one of those ones. No, this is actually ridiculous. Look at this. It's just about catch that young person. Look, just about. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that dangerous or what? Just about. Wow. And this man gets hit by this dustbin. Ooh! And look where he is. The car hits the bin. Look where he is. There's a little clip. Look at this. There's a close up. That is. Look at that. Yeah? That is absolutely marvelous. You know what I mean? How you know when you see things like that. Now this guy is actually. This is what you call braking. There's one way to actually brake. Brake. Just about braking time. That's what you call good braking. Let me say thank you for tuning in, which is absolutely marvelous. I want to say thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough TV once again. Our time is almost here. And I say, don't forget, if you wish to take part in the program, just hook us up here, right? At breakthroughtv@gmail.com, and you can take part in the program. And I say, we can do this from if you're sitting in your house, if you're sitting in your yard, if you're sitting in your garage, wherever you're sitting from, we can actually do this. So get in touch with us, and we can do an interview with you wherever you are. You can talk about what's on your mind from wherever you are in the world, you know what I mean? As long as you've got a strong signal wherever you are, we can do this, yeah? Don't forget, as I say, to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Let me say as well, thank you for all you guys who tuned into the program. Security Rodney, big shout out to you, sir. Hope all is well with you. Terry, how you doing, sir? Big shout out to you, know what I mean? All my jogging partners, how you doing, guys? Hope all is well. My walking friends, big shout out to you. That means, let me say big shout out to you. I want to say big shout out also to New Star Radio. Yeah, New Star Radio, www.com, New Star Radio. Yeah, big shout out to you. My time is up. Have a good week. God bless you. Thank you. We'll be back next week.
On Your Mind is sponsored by ACMC 339 Dudley Road, New Star Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Planning an event? Do it professionally. Please contact Breakthrough Event Management Team and get everything under one roof for both indoor and outdoor occasions, birthday parties, bridal and baby showers, anniversaries, funerals, backyard BBQs and more. We offer a video and photography service, marquees, decoration and a PA system to hire, with popular New Style radio DJs spinning old and new school hits. Please contact 07584 197 380 and book all your catering needs with Reggae Jam Jam catering service on 0787
244 3765.
And remember, do it good and done.